So, hey, welcome to the call. It's Australia and Philippines. And I know there's one Filipino on there, Chris Thomas. When you get a guy of that caliber showing up on the call, that's really something. And you can see all these, they sound kind of funny, but there's nothing funny about the subject we're going to talk tonight. Let me just do this. Let me bring that a little bit closer here. The first thing I'm going to tell you is I'm not going to cost you any money. I'm not going to ask you to spend money. I'm not going to reach into your pocket. I'm not going to have you spend any sort of money that you would not normally be spending. Why do I say that? Look, I've got something here on my desk. I don't know. I would not normally have spent this money, but some guy called me up. I ended up going, yeah, I want to look younger. You're supposed to spray this on your face. You know, I used to stand on stage and sell a dream, and I had to quit that as a profession because I knew in my heart. Just like here, these memes, people are worrying about money. I knew in my heart that 95% of the people in the audience were asked to spend $200, $250 or more on some sort of nutrition product, or they're asked to send a bunch of money to a blockchain project, right? And what's going to happen? They'll be lucky if they make 20, 30, 40, or $50. I'm not adding anything. I'm not selling a dream. I'm actually adding to their debt. I'm putting $150 more a month on their credit card. I couldn't do it anymore. I've been on the sidelines. But then I saw something that came out, and well, look, we got a cure for your coronavirus. It's important. Going to bank your tank. What am I saying? I'm going to put some money back in your pocket. By utilizing the product we got and what we're going to share with you, you will end up saving some money. And I've got a, hey, Karen, well, she can't hear me yet. I wish I knew how not to have to admit to people. But what we're talking about is saving you some money, not spending any money. We're actually solving a problem. I want you to think about that. It's not sales. This is why I'm so excited. This is why I know everybody's going to win in this. Look, right here. How many of you feel like this lady? How many of you are at the gas pump and you're looking at that thing? I saw a meme the other day, and it had a voiceover to it. It was hilarious. There's a guy pumping gas and the dollar sign's ticking over. It's got 150, 150, 152, got 152, call anybody, 153, 53, 55, 100, 200, 205, 205, 206, 207. That's what it's like. She's gone, holy cow, have I got enough money left for groceries on the way home? Can I make my house payment? You know, 10% to 25% of our take-home pay is going to our fuel bill. And for 95% of the people on this call, Karen on the call, you know, I don't know if you're full-time in this profession or you have a job, and you've got to drive and spend 10 to 25% of your take-home pay to get to a job to earn income, to give it back. That's a really vicious cycle. So what we're doing here tonight, we're just going to save you money. That's the first thing. We're going to talk about a business in a little bit. But if I show you and share what I'm doing and you go, wow, I can do that. Look, how many of you can memorize this line? How do you feel about the price of gas? That's what you got to ask. How do you feel about the price of gas? Stand back. They're going to yell and scream. They're going to get angry. They're going to blame somebody. That's kind of what I want to talk about. You have choices here tonight. You see, you have the choice to be angry about the price of fuel. You have the choice to get angry and blame Biden, blame your prime minister down there in Australia, blame whoever it is here, Bong Bong Marcos in the Philippines, blame Trump, blame the oil companies, blame the government, or you can choose to do something about it. And that's what we're going to give you a choice with accelerated fuel taps. And when I talk about putting money back into your pocket, there's a couple I want. I know you'd say, but no, I don't want to sell commercial, but I want you to think about this. You're going to save every mom and dad you talk to money. But we all know police departments, we all know school bus drivers, we all know people that work in our community. Look, down in Florida, Walmart uses it. Hamilton, Ontario, in Canada, the fire department's using it. Why am I saying this company has been around 35 years and they know if it runs, it needs to accelerate. Drive a truck, you drive a car, an SUV, you're driving heavy hauling trucks. If it's got an engine in it, you need to have accelerate fuel tabs in it. So here's a simple question. When you ask someone, how do you feel about fuel, price of fuel, and they get angry and they get pissed off, just get good at edging them on, right? Just get good at agreeing. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Me too. I'm angry. Who are you most angry at? And let them yell, let them scream. The angrier they get and the more they complain, the more they're selling themselves. Because you're not in sales. You're going to give them a solution. First time in their life. You're going to give them a solution. I ask them, what are you going to do about it? They say, I don't have a clue. Well, let me ask you a simple question. Would you swap $24 for $60? Let them think about it. Would you swap $24 for $60? Yeah, who wouldn't? Great. Buy a $24 pack of this. You see, you need to have the product on hand, hold it up, give it to them. Buy a $24 pack of this, and you're going to save $60. That's minimum. I was only using 9.9% savings. I just did a posting that just now. The guy just what did he increase? 442 miles. So that's a significant savings. Would you swap $60 for 180? Would you swap 160 for 600? Why is the spread getting bigger? Because the larger the pack you buy, the less you're paying per tablet. Gonna put who we got? Lulu in the room. Welcome, Lulu. Would you swap? How about a commercial pack you just saw? Would you swap 1,500 for 6,000? So we have a commercial pack. Everyone says, yeah, absolutely. Great. I'm going to share with you Xcelerate fuel tabs. Now, don't become a PhD chemist like Dr. Parrish. Don't become a scientist or a molecular structural atom something or other. Just tell them, you know what? We're going to go further for less. You're going to go more kilometers for less liters. You're going to go more kilometers for less money out of your pocket. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. How do we do it? Well, you're going to keep your engine younger. What do you mean by that? Well, unburned fuel is what builds up in your engine. That's what carbon is. And carbon wears your engine out. And you're going to take that unburned fuel, which goes out your exhaust pipe and pollutes the atmosphere. You're going to take that and reburn it again. You're going to save money at the fuel pump. You're going to take back control. Think about that. Most people want to do that. You know, if you're my age, I grew up in an era, I'm pretending to stick my middle finger up. We like to stick it to the man, huh? Would you like to stick it to the man? Would you like to take back control at the fuel pump? Absolutely. Well, how's it work? I'll show you here. Here's the science. Hold up a piece of paper and say, here's a fuel molecule, and this is the amount of fuel. And if you light it, that's what you do with fuel. You burn it. It'll burn from one side of the paper to the other. If I take this piece of paper and I cut it up into 100 pieces, I got the same amount of fuel, but in a pile. I put a match to it and light it. It goes off much quicker, faster. That's how this works. In a nutshell, that's all you have to tell someone. So, and they say, well, have you got a brochure? Have you got a business card? Yeah, I got this. Hand them a pack, because that's the best advertising we got. Look, it tells you it's the original. They say, what's it work in? It works in cars, trucks, motorbikes, tractors, lawnmowers, boats. If it's got an engine in it, it works. If it runs, it needs to accelerate. It's going to increase your fuel efficiency. Most people I know, you tell them, and myself included, you put this in your tank. It's a pill. We drop it in our tank and we start saving money, 10%, 20%, 30%. If you're saving money, you come out ahead. You're going to lower your emissions. You're not losing unburned fuel out of the tailpipe anymore. You're taking all that unburned fuel and you're reburning it. You're going to increase your power. Everybody wants to be like Tim Allen, Home Improvement, right? More power. And we're going to clean our engines. Our cars are our babies. It's odd, you know, Brian Rao just sent me a testimony and he kept referring to his truck as she. How many on the call refer to their cars, their trucks, their motorbikes, their boats as she? We all do. And we don't bother to worry about it. You wouldn't want to put an inferior product in there. So how's it work? How much would one of these packs help? Well, each pill, there are 6 pills. Each pill treats 70 liters, 20 gallons. So what's that going to do? That's going to treat up to 120 gallons, or 6 times 7, 420 liters. It's well patented. We're the only company with a patent. We're EPA registered. It's 100% safe. It's 35 years of research, and it works in your gas engine. It works in your diesel engine, or petrol for you guys down there. That's what you want to explain to them. That's it. No more. It saves on fuel, which means it saves you money. That's what you're telling them. I'm going to put money back in your pocket. You wouldn't want to pass that up, right? I'm going to help lower the maintenance on your car. I'm going to get you more power, and you're going to start saving a heck of a lot of money. So if you brand new people, Steph and Karen, I'm not sure how long you've been with us here on the call, but pardon me, I'll give you a little backstory. This all began more than 35 years ago now. Dr. Parrish, who's the owner of Rensley, the corporation that developed the solid fuel catalyst, he was into racing, 801 racing. If you actually go and look at the Utah address on Google Earth, the building for Rensley has got the gigantic sign of 801 racing on it because he's so passionate about racing. And he developed this product for racing. For quarter mile dragsters, Campbell knows what that's about. He's a very talented drag racer. He's a little heavy and fat. They don't let him get behind the wheel, you know, that weight thing, right? Trying to keep the weight ratio down. But that was what that's what the Parrish family are into. And then they broke into NASCAR and they became famous. And with that fame came help. They were told, could you help with the Hercules rocket program with NASA? And they said, yes, we would. So they said, can you take that same technology where you're breaking apart the fuel molecules, keeping the structure the same, but making more molecules? Could you help us get the space shuttle off the ground? They said yes, and it was a success, and they became instantly world famous. So he took out a worldwide patent on the product, and the family went into business for themselves. 35 years in business now, 4 billion gallons of treated fuel. Someone says to you, does it work? You bet. It's been working for 35 years. Commercially, 4 billion gallons of fuel. It's EPA registered. There's no other tab like it. So you might get the guy, you know, he might be your local alderman. That's an Aussie joke for you guys. He might be a CPA or an engineer, right? University professor. Well, if he is, I'm recording this. He can stop the video and watch it and read through all of this. But here's the one I'm interested in. 80% of reduced emission. That means you're burning that unburnt fuel. 20% savings on fuel. That means you're putting money back in your pocket. 30% increasing power. Everybody wants to have that in their car. That means you don't have to put your foot on the gas. That means you're saving money. Who doesn't want to save money? Who doesn't want to put money back in your pocket? How many in you on this call? You know, Karen, I'm sure you've been in part of. Jingo, good to see you on the call. Welcome, mate. Have you ever been in another company where you had to spend money, a lot of money? Like today, I'll give you an example. Lifeway. I'm in Lifeway. I just had to up the ante today from my $179 a month to $349 a month for a product I don't think's that great. So I still qualify for my weekly check. Think about that. We're not asking to spend money. Well, I just showed you with these 3 rings, I'm putting money in your pocket. Now you spend the second biggest expense we have in life besides your home is usually your vehicle, right? Unless you have a boat, and that's your biggest expense, but your vehicle, and you want to look after it. So people say to me, Mal, I got a newer vehicle, it's still under warranty. Is it will it affect it? No. I used to have a car dealership. I understand this. It's OEM compliant. That means that this product meets that strict automotive regulation where it won't void your warranty. So we want to protect what we got. We wouldn't want to put an inferior product in our vehicle. So we want to make sure we're EPA registered with the exact same name. So now you're saying to yourself, wow, I want to try this. This sounds great. I want to save money. And you know what? If it's working for me, I'm sure everyone else. Because everyone I know on my street, everyone I know that I go to work with, everyone I meet at the footy match or at the soccer match, they're all complaining about the price of fuel. I'd like to help them. And because of that, I'm going to tell you about a business opportunity here. And when you see what we got, you'll start to realize, well, look, remember I started just talking about a choice? So now I want you to make this choice. Don't bank or don't think what I'm about to share with you based on your past experience. Right? Now I'm sounding like a psychologist asking you to lay down on the couch and the past doesn't matter. Don't base your past success. Don't base your past failure because you're about to jump on a horse that's completely different. We're in a different race here. You see, your business is going to end up looking like this. Is that someone coming in? No, you'll look like this. Now, I've never had hundreds of people. I've never had teams go big. Yes, you will, because you're not in sales. The minute you start trying to sell, hey, look, I got a business. We're all going to get filthy, stinking rich. They run the other way, right? Don't do that. Just ask them, how do you feel about the price of fuel? Even if it's a big networker, ask them, how do you feel about the price of fuel? Let them go down that same path. I'm upset. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I don't know a solution. I wish I didn't have to pay so much. They'll tell you a personal story. Edge them on. That personal story that they tell you. There we go. Antoinette. Antoinette, very good. Another Filipino leader. That personal story is them wanting to fix their problem. And you just say to them, I got a solution. Really? Can you share it with me? Now it's not sales anymore. So what will happen is these leaders that are coming into this company now, they're going to have a swarm, an army of mums and dads and rows of suburban households talking about Xcelerate. Have you heard? I'm saving 20% on my gas. You want to save some money and your business will grow. So here's how you get paid. Everyone that you personally introduce. Now, let me tell you one thing. There's no qualification here. You do not have to spend money to join our company. It's free. You hear that? It's free. There's no yearly charge or anything. And even if you did not own product, you can still earn fast start bonus. That's important. I've been in companies where I've had a young couple go to the jewelry store and hawk their wedding ring so they could just get $29 to join the company. And then they couldn't afford the 129 US for the product. So that meant they couldn't start to earn income, and they worked for 4.5 months. Helen, welcome to the call. Welcome to the call, Helen. They had to work for 4.5 months at their jobs, saving and saving till they had another 129 US saved up so they could buy the product so they could qualify for income. That's not here. No expense to join the company, free. Don't own any of the product, you can earn this fast start bonus. Okay, don't get confused with the rest. Fast start bonus. So you talk to someone and they go, wow, you can solve my problem. Yeah, I can save you money on fuel. And they say, well, look, I tell you what, I used to own restaurants. I get guys that say, Mel, I'm coming down, but I don't want the prime rib or the lobster. I'm just going to have a bowl of soup and a salad. That's a customer. They're going to buy a $24 pack. Everything I'm showing you is US. They're going to buy a $24 pack, 6 20-gallon tablets, 6 70-liter tablets. And they say, I'm just going to try it. That's $4 a tablet. You get paid $10. Fast start bonus because they ordered. This is on the initial order, the first order. Now, someone says, hey, I heard that if I buy a $60 pack, I'm getting a discount. Yeah, instead of $4 a tablet, it's $3.33 a tablet. Hey, I also heard if I buy a $60 pack, I qualify for the whole rest of the pay plan. Yeah, that's our only qualification. You're not going to hear Emerald, Diamond, Ruby, or anything here, director, manager, any of that nonsense. There isn't any titles. You're not going to hear you got to have 40% on this leg and you got to balance the other. There's none of that. There's nothing here. All you got to do is share the product and you get paid faster. All else you got to do is have a $60 product and you'll earn everything else I'm telling you. So they can say, look, I'm not sure if I want to build a business, but I got more than one car. I know if I have some other people might want it. So I'm ordering a $60 pack. You pay $21 fast start bonus. They go out and share it with someone. They didn't think they're going to build a business, but they go, God dang dog, this thing works. They go and share it with someone. You paid $6. Now that person, they might live halfway across town. You don't even know who they are. They share it with someone, you get paid $3. We have a 3-level fast start bonus. If anyone that you personally introduced buys a 160 pack, you paid $56. If they share it with someone, you paid $16. If they share it with someone, you paid $8. And if anyone that you personally talk to, they might have a trucking company, a delivery. They might be like Walter, I just got off the phone with the other day, the largest garbage collection agency in the city of St. Louis. You think that was a good sale? You better believe it. We got on a call and put in an order through an invoice with the company for a lot of $1,500 packs. That's $455 fast start bonus. At that person, they go and share the same thing again. So 3 levels of fast start, the initial order. Now we want to have our residual income, right? Now, when you got a product that works, when you got a product that's a solution to a problem, you get a residual business that grows without you having to, you know how it always is in the other companies and other businesses. You feel like you're an old mother hen running around collecting your chicks. I used to hate the end of month end every month. I couldn't stand it. You're calling up people, making sure everybody, look, if you haven't got your order, you're not at this level. You know that nightmare? Nothing here, nothing like it. Everything I'm going to tell you from this point on, if you have a $60 order, you earn the income. And it doesn't matter how they fill up beneath you. It's a 3x8. What's that mean? You introduce or someone else introduces, the first 3 people go underneath you. Then the next line of people is 9. They could come from you. They could come from those 3 people. They could come from above. The next line is 27. The next line is 81. And it keeps on going, 256. And it goes all the way down 8 levels, 9,980 people. Anywhere in that team, I don't care how they showed up, who brought them in, anybody in that team orders a $1,500 pack, you are paid $65. Anybody in the team. Doesn't matter if you've got a $60 pack, $160 pack, or a $1,500 pack. As long as you got a $60 pack, you earn that. You know what? Anyone in that team says, I just want to be a customer, I want to try it out, I'm going to order 1 pack, see how it goes. Great. You paid $1. 99.9% of the people in your team will be at $60. I guarantee there'll be more. But at $60, out of those 10,000 people, you paid $3. And why do I say more? Because more than 56% of the team that I personally enrolled and their people, by looking at the orders, are in 160. So what's that mean? People know if they got the product on hand, they can build a business. You're paid $8 every time that happens, whether it's on level 1, level 5, level 8. 3x8, 9,980 people. So I'm going to show you, just use the $3, right? I'm not going to use the $8. That would be 2.5 times as much. I'm not going to use the $65. That would be, 20 times as much income. I'm just going to use the minimum here. So in your 3x8, here you are, 1, 2, 3 people. If you dilly-dally and dawdle, like some people are doing, and because this thing's exploding, they call me up, go, Mal, stop, slow down. Who are these people on my front line? Well, we're not stopping as a company, we're moving forward. So it fills left to right, and you're going to have people filling up your business. So as it fills up, you may not have personally enrolled anyone yet, but you're still paid on the first 3 levels. Okay, what company pays you when you haven't even enrolled someone? So what happens there? Okay, Campbell text me something. You haven't enrolled anyone. Remember, we're only using the $3. You can earn $112. So you got a $60 order. That means you're saving minimum 180 at the gas pump. That's a good deal. 3 times your money back, and you made $112. Who wouldn't? Just makes sense, right? Go out and help just 2 people, just 2 neighbors, 2 workmates, 2 anybody. And now you paid down to 6 levels in your business. And that means you're earning on over 1,000 members. And at $3, not 8 or 65, at $3, $3 grand. So whether it's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a month, let me ask you a question. Would that $3 grand US make a difference? Would that 2,000 US? Would that 1,000 US make a difference? You better believe it would, right? You know how many people are just a $500 or $600 not manageable payment away from going under? Most people in the world today, they're in countries that, first class countries or whatever you call them, that we live in, middle class, they get a $600 extra payment. Their transmission goes out, they have a hospital bill, something like that happens, and they got to go, oh my gosh, I can't make my car payment now. So they do that and they get behind the car payment and they beg the dealership to give them a month. And then it takes them 3-4 months and they're trying to catch up. Now they're under that weight and they never get out of that debt. Would that 1,000 or 2,000 make it? You better believe it. And that's why I'm excited about this, because this means with what we got, and we're solving a problem, you're going to have hundreds and hundreds of people who never had success making that kind of money. Go out there and help just 2 people more. So now you got 4 personally sponsored people. You're paid down to 7 levels. That means you're getting paid on 3,000 members. That means you're making just shy of 10 grand. And go and help just 1 more person for 5, you get paid all 8 levels. And on that $3 payout, you're making a $30,000 a month income. Now you got choices, right? Now you can start to go, geez, I don't care. Hey, why not? Well, Campbell said in Bali, hey, let's go to Bali. I tell you what, I don't know if you have Garuda. The first time I went to Bali back in 76, I flew Garuda. Yay! I tell you what, dude, let's go first class. Instead of getting a room, why don't we get one of the whole Losmans, a whole, I don't know if they call them that anymore. Why don't we get the whole villa? Start making choices, right? That's a great income. So now you say to me, Mal, this is fantastic. I can see myself earning that. Great. I just want to share one real quick thing. We have dynamic compression. Some people worry in a matrix. They go, well, if I don't have control of who goes my business and I get a dud and he doesn't order, that took up a spot. No, it doesn't. Number 10 down here places an order. So the person directly above them, doesn't matter who they are, they get paid. If they got a $60 order, they do. Person above them's got a $60 order, they get paid. The next guy, he's just testing it out. He's got a $24 order, 20 points. So what happens? It skips over him. He's not paid. So we only paid 2 out. Then the next guy's got 100. He qualifies, so he gets paid. The next 2 guys didn't order that month. Doesn't matter. Skips over them. It's always going to keep going up and search out 8 full 100% payments out. So we always pay the maximum out on every order. So full dynamic compression. So now you know what we got. Now you know that the average mom and dad are all starting to make money, because you know the second question, right? First question you got to learn is, how do you feel about price of gas? They get upset. What are you going to do about it? They say you don't know. I got a solution. They join. It looks like this, right? Now you got a great business. But you know, the next one that comes, when you start to talk about a business, they say how much money you make. Well, you're making money, right? You made money without even bringing people in. You made money because you saved on it. So your business will grow, it'll expand. And like that picture before, it'll look like this. And every one of these pills will be like an agency out marketing Xcelerate fuel products. And you get paid a 50% matching bonus. So that's why you need to start sharing this. Because if you personally introduce that person, whatever they earn in that 3x8, you get a flat 50%. So what do you got to do? Like, you got to be black pearl, double diamond, something or other? No, same thing. $160 order every running 30 days. And you qualify for everything. So 50% matching bonus. Let's go back and have a look at that, what we just did. Remember the guy that didn't even introduce anybody yet, but he got that $112 check? If you bought him in, don't neglect him, because you just made 56. That person only bought 2 people in so far, but their matrix is filling up and they earn $3,000. You just got yourself 1,600. You know, the guy that went out and just helped 4, you don't realize his matrix is going to fill up over time. 50% of everything he makes, you make. You know, the guy that goes after it and we all fill up their matrices, you're going to get paid for 15 grand every cent on that $3 order. So why would you not go out there and share this with a lot of people? You know, you share it with 20 people and 5 of them, just 5 of them end up going and building up a bit of a business. You just got yourself $70,000 a month in matching bonus on top of your 30. There's $100,000 a month income. See why I'm excited? Because I know you guys can win. Anyone that knows me personally knows that. I don't get excited about checks I make. I get excited when I see other people making money. That's what drives me in this industry. That's why I love doing it. So now that you know what you got, I'll just give you a hint. A person that whispers down a well is less likely to make $1 than a guy that climbs a tree and hollers. You got to get out there and start sharing this, because it begins with this: 1 pill, 1 tablet in your gas tank with you. And that 1 tablet, and you start sharing it, will end up looking like this. And you'll start to see the income come in, and you'll start to see this grow, because this team, you know, every time I go and start to check and call and talk to some, we just brought in 3 guys, and each one of those guys have made more than $100 million. One of them's made $200 million in his career. 200 million. You would know his name, Brig. And he looked at this the other night with us, and second phone call, I'm in with all my ears back, man. I am going to rip this thing. That's who's going to start showing up here. So don't be dilly-dally and dawdling, because you're going to call up someone and they're going to say, hey, I already got in, or I heard about this 10 times and I was just thinking about you. You see, this is like, we got a fuel product, makes me think of race cars. It's like a Grand Prix race. I know I'm excited about a business because the French Grand Prix was on. I still haven't even seen the replay, and that was last weekend. I never miss a Grand Prix For your business, it's like a Grand Prix car and a Grand Prix race, Formula One. You have got this business with our product. You got the best Formula One car. It's got the most aerodynamic body. It has got the slickest, grippiest tires on it. It's got the highest horsepower engine, the highest octane racing fuel you can get. The pit wall behind there with what we got, you got the best pit crew you could possibly have. These leaders are on the call with Chris and Campbell, with Stefan here, with Antoinette. Good to see you on the call, Antoinette. All you new people, you got a winning pit crew. And your vehicle, you got the pole position. You got the fastest qualifying time. So you're at that pole position. The guy's got the green flag. He's about to drop it. Your race to change your life, for you to win. The only reason you're not going to get the checkered flag and have success, too afraid to put your foot on the gas. So get back to the person that brought you onto this call